Well, let's branch out to the other nerdy things out there.
Oh yeah,
What
sure.
is your favorite Marvel or DC character?
Marvel and DC, or
Or
Marvel
and
or
or
DC?
if you have one of each, that works.
Hmm. It doesn't matter if they're like villain or anything like that. Okay, cool.
Character in general.
DC, it's gotta be Joker. Gotta be Joker. Due to the fact that his
Okay.
backstory makes no sense. Like he's got so many backstories, it's just disgusting. And
Uh-huh.
he's the epitome of I do what I want when I want, and I don't care about what anyone else thinks.
Yeah, facts.
And for Marvel, I'm gonna go with Hulk, and that's mainly because when I was younger, my dad used to collect Hulk magazine or comics. When he was younger, he collected comics.
Really?
Yeah,
I did
so
not
I used to
know that.
like read his comics and stuff, and we talk about like how cool the Hawk is and like how he had different like personas, like Gray Hawk and like stuff like that. And yeah, so I think it's just maybe nostalgia for that one. Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you? What's your
Oh my
favorite?
gosh. Well, first off, he
Mm.
should totally come on our podcast and we should have like a Marvel thing just for him.
Sure.
That would be fun.
Mm.
Um, but me, so here's the thing. Um, I can only speak to like the Marvel and DC cinematic universe.
Okay.
I did not,
No
I
comics.
was not exposed to the comic books or anything like that.
Okay.
So, um, that's tough because the DC movies are jank.
No, they're bad. No offense to DC, but
No
your movies are
offense to
slacking.
DC. Yeah, their movies are slacking. Did you watch the most recent Suicide Squad?
You know what? That one wasn't too bad. I thought it was gonna
That
be
was
way worse.
actually,
Yeah,
yeah, I thought that was actually pretty good.
yeah.
Um,
But that's all they got.
that's
Suicide Squad.
that's it. That's it. That is it.
Mm,
Okay, so I'm trying to think of a DC one first because I think I have a Marvel one in mind.
okay.
Maybe The Flash, but I think like I really like The Flash, but I haven't finished it. The Flash TV series.
Oh, you like
Um,
Barry Allen? Okay. All right. I respect that.
well, yeah, I mean, he's pretty
He's
cool.
he's pretty cool. Speed,
Um,
intelligence. What's not to like?
yeah,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because like I'm gonna just say that final answer. So Marvel, on the Marvel side, I actually really, really like Iron Man. Iron Man is probably one of my favorite Marvel characters and probably will always be. Um,
Why though? Like, why is he your favorite?
because, he just is.
He just
No,
is.
no, so okay. So I watched the Iron Man movie
Mm-hmm.
probably like I feel like I've watched it like 20 times. I don't know. I've just always watched the Iron Man movies and I've always liked Tony Stark as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much in the beginning, but I feel like he had like a lot of growth as a character, just kind of becoming a little more selfless. Like I like
Less
to
of an
see,
asshole.
yeah, I like to see that growth with
All right.
him.
He
And
did
I was
have
kind
some good development. Not gonna
yeah.
lie. Yeah.
Um but also like I'm an engineer, so I kind of like the whole techie side of Tony Stark
Mm-hmm.
as well, so like I relate to that. Now
Understand.
obviously I can't build anything, but
I mean,
like that's always something that I've watched and I'm like, man, it'd be really cool if I could do stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
So I think that's another thing about like Tony Stark that I really liked. It's just like, man, he's like really cool. It can like, build stuff and
Yeah.
hashtag goals.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I mean, I also like really like Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, but I feel like I haven't gotten enough of him in the MCU. Like
I
I just
mean, they're not playing him as well as like some of the comics would. So, you're not
yeah,
getting the best Hulk in my personal opinion.
I would probably have to agree with you. So I think because like the first phase of MCU started with Iron Man, like I think I just kind of latched on to him
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, I there's other characters that I really like too, but like I really like Shuri. Um,
Okay.
but actively,
Mhm.
that actor, Letitia Wright,
Yeah.
has been saying some weird stuff. So I have this like weird feeling about Shuri right now, but
Okay.
and that's not and that's not Shuri's fault.
That is correct.
um,
You're right.
but
Yeah.
I mean, so I think once I get to so actually I'll tell you what. So me and my roommate are actually watching all of the Marvel movies in timeline order.
That's a
We got
lot.
about it is. So we're only halfway through it. We just watched Ant-Man
Okay.
I think that was the last thing that we watched.
Mm,
Um so I think next is like Captain America Civil War, I think is the next one.
I believe that's right.
Um but it's been kind of cool to see like everything happening in the order that
That
it's
it's
supposed to
supposed to.
happen
Yeah.
cuz I watched it in the order that it came out in theaters, you know.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Right. So it's actually been nice to kind of see the story, you know, develop as it's supposed to.
Right.
Um, but so I say one of my like favorite newer Marvel characters is probably um well, that's tough.
Mm.
Well, no. No.
No?
So I really like Monica Rambeau. Like I love her. You know, I'm a black woman. She's a black woman. I love
Fair
that.
stuff. Yeah, let's go.
No, but she's really like a badass character, and and so another thing that I like about anime characters, something I didn't mention earlier, I
Mhm.
also like badass female characters as well. I haven't watched too many anime yet to see too many badass female characters, but um, that's one of my goals. Um,
Full Metal Alchemist.
well, you're right. No, I mean, Izumi is definitely she's definitely up there.
Yeah.
But still, that's one. I mean, you know what I mean?
Alright.
This and but no, she and you know, she kind of has like kind of a sad, well, not too sad, but like with her the thing what happened with her mom,
Nah.
at cancer and whatnot, that's but like her whole relationship with Captain Marvel and everything. I'm curious to see how that's gonna get explored a little bit. And
Mhm.
I'm ready to see her and her superpowers come to life. I'm excited about that, but she definitely doesn't give any fucks, and I love that.
Nice.
And I relate to that.
Okay.
So shout out to her.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, the moral of the story is I
We
like
need
Iron
more
Man
strong female
and
roles.
that too. What do you think about everyone shitting on Captain Marvel? Like saying that she's like so cocky and all this kind of stuff and arrogant and
The actress or actually Captain Marvel?
I think that this whole like thing arose when I think when the was it when the movie came out
Mhm.
or after?
I think it was during the movie when people were really shitting on her as Captain Marvel. Like, well,
I
almost
don't
boycotting Captain Marvel. Marvel. Yeah.
yeah, but I don't I was trying to think was it really more about the actress? I thought it was more just
I
like
think it's about the character, but I feel like I remember seeing things about the actress, but I'm not 100% sure.
probably.
But people were just throwing shade for no reason. To be honest, I think Captain Marvel is a great character in concept.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like having somebody who basically is the Superman of Marvel, who can just come in and save the day,
Mhm.
is great. But I feel like she's kind of too overpowered, and it's exactly
Uh,
like the Superman effect, where like he is so powerful that he never really gives all of his effort, and he never can because he'll just
mm,
end up killing people.
yeah.
Like, and she's the same way. Like, she can't give her all because she'll just
Mhm.
end up killing people.
Got you.
So, and she's just broken. It's like it's like throwing like a wild card. Like,
Mhm.
it's like this is basically wins. Game over. All right.
Mhm.
GG, next game.
Yeah. That's a good point. And I think that I think that a lot of the hate is just like they don't want a really, really strong character to be a woman.
I
I
feel
think
like you're
that's what
right.
it
I feel like that is majority of the people who are hating on her's problem. But I don't know how we could fix it. To be honest with you, like people
I
just
don't
don't
think
want to see like a strong female over like their usual heroes, like you know Hulk or Iron Man or Captain
mhm.
America or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to see people like better than them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're all great. Can they not just all be great? Like everyone? Like I just don't get that. Like
they
why you
all
gotta
are
hate?
great, but I feel like they're hating because she's greater than everyone. Like she's literally the top of the
I
tier list
mean,
of strength. Her and Scarlet Witch, I think, are the strongest. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure Scarlet Witch is the strongest. Yeah.
And I
So,
think that two women being like the strongest like active Marvel
hmm
characters were like no, and they have to figure out ways to say like, well, actually this character's really it's like, no, shut the fuck up. You're just sexist and just admit it.
yeah,
Just
sometimes
admit
you
it.
just gotta take one and just be like, all right, she's stronger. Just, that's just the way it is. That's the way they
Yeah.
wrote them. Just accept the fact and just enjoy the ride because,
Yeah.
it's still good.
Right.
Like, I still loved WandaVision, even though it started off real weird and I was like, what's happening? But
It
it got
started off
real
weird.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think that that's my favorite of the Marvel TV shows. Uh,
Ah,
which one's your favorite?
hold on. Which is the one that just came out that's all like 3D? What If? Over What If? It's
Oh,
better than What If?
no.
Exactly.
Never mind. I so how about the live action TV
Okay,
shows
the
then?
live action Loki all day. Loki all day.
I didn't feel the same feelings
Ah, see, I
with
love Loki though. That's probably why.
I Loki was amazing and I love
Mm.
the story, but I liked WandaVision more. Like I I think about it this way. I would sit down and rewatch WandaVision more than I would sit down and rewatch Loki.
Okay, I get that. And it
So,
did show Wanda's actual powers. Like they've been holding back on showing what she can actually do until now. Like they
mhm.
basically were like, "This is how powerful this woman truly is,"
Yeah.
and I think they did that beautifully.
Mhm.
But Loki's story for me is going to like basically push people into the new, multiverse theory, which is why
Mhm.
I love that one because I love the multiverse theory.
So I feel like no. So no, you're right. And I do like that about Loki. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the multiverse of madness and
It's gonna be great. It better
yeah,
be.
but they keep pushing it back.
I
Are we
I'm
ever going to
cool
see it?
with that. I'm cool with studios pushing things back because if you give me a product that's not ready, I'm gonna be so pissed. So I'd rather you take your time with it, perfect it, and then be like, okay, here you go. It's good
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. You're right. No, you got a point there.
Hmm
However, comma,
I want it.
I want it now. It's my movie and I want it now.
I
Uh,
get that. That makes sense. Yeah.
but yeah, I really 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 liked What If. That was really interesting, and I
What if
like
is
the
good?
idea of it being something totally different every episode.
Yeah.
But at the end, it
All came
like
together.
it
Yeah.
all came together.
Hmm
I really like that.
Yeah, it was a nice touch.
Um, do you think we're gonna see the Watcher like in in the future MCU?
I feel
Like
like
outs
this was a good place to like let you know the Watcher is there, but I don't think he's gonna actually be in it. Like I feel like he's not supposed to be in it. Like that's his whole
okay.
job is to watch. Like this is
Just
the
so
only time that anyone has ever like seen him and touched him.
mhm,
Like so he's
true.
like, that will never happen again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just something to think about. I think I saw like a video of someone asking. I'm like,
At most you'll probably get like some sort of like shot where it goes past the sky and you kind of like see him in the corner. That's
okay, yeah,
probably what you're gonna get.
like what we were seeing like in the beginning of those
Exactly.
episodes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.